Test. Test. Check. Test. Test. Check.
Take the first step to a new you. Attend a free physician-led seminar at Metro Health, University of Michigan Health. You'll discover a wide range of options, including surgical and non-surgical medical weight loss. The results just might amaze you. Call 616-252-7338 or visit metrohealth.net/bariatric services.
Wow, what a good song that was. I wonder who that was. Maybe we should all go to iTunes and purchase that song to support that artist or something. I don't know. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to BlueSync on July 25th, 2019. Today, we've got a couple things we're going to talk about. One of them is a new kind of flyer and pamphlet that we have available on Schmidt Resources, and I'm going to walk us through that. Another is a little video that will be going out later this afternoon that I want to make everybody aware of. So first things first, we're going to talk about this new flyer that we have here. If you were on the first and third a couple weeks ago, I think about a week ago, you might recognize this, but we're going to go over it. And again, as always, if you guys have questions, please write them in the chat. I can read all of those questions as they come in. So this is Jamie on the marketing team, Jamie Edmondson and I created this. And it's basically one of the complaints I've got a lot, or issues I've received from a lot of agents is, okay, let me make sure the screen's being shared. When I have a listing, I don't know what to do. I know I should post it, I know I should do stuff. What should I actually do? So we created this little document to be able for agents to walk through a literal checklist of, okay, I have a listing, here's how I share it, here are the steps I need to take. So in order to find this, right now, you just go to Schmidt Resources, you look for the video and social media square, and after you click on that, it's going to be right here. It's the most recent square added. It's right next to our $50 movie studio PDF. And like I said, this checklist was designed to be spread out like an actual literal checklist, so that agents are able to, I'm normally a pretty big let's go green sort of person, but if someone wants to print this off and literally check them off as they do it, whenever they have a listing, that's the goal. So they know what they have to do, and as they do it, they can have that unironically important sense of accomplishment when they've done it. Sweet, did that thing. So I'm just going to walk us through it a little bit. It's sort of there's two main sections and one subsection. The first main section is the must-dos. These are going to be the things that obviously I can never use the word required for agents especially, but these are the things I would say should be absolutely done every time you get a listing. And then down here we have what I call an additional exposure group, which is kind of, if you really want to take it a step further, here are some other things to do. So the most obvious thing when you get a listing, and again, I'm sharing this with our ASCs and managers that are on this call because this and the video that I talk about after this, these are both great topics for sales meetings. They're great topics for lunch and learns. And I want to make sure that we are getting these things out to our agents. So if you want to print off 30, 40 copies of this and spread them around your office, awesome. If you want to just talk about it on screen at a sales meeting or share it with your manager, great. Whatever works best. But again, it's important that we're disseminating the information that we're taking in a BlueSync. So let's talk to Florida homes, and let's just say, I don't know, geez, there's too many addresses that come up. I'm just going to go to Punta Gorda. Let's just do Englewood. Why not? And I'm going to go to the site. And you'll notice on this document, while we're waiting for this to load, I specifically say here, share a CB link, not the MLS. Share a link from ColdwellBanker.com, from FL Coldwell Banker, or Coldwell, our company sites, not the MLS. The MLS is not a friendly site for consumers, meaning that if I click on it from a Facebook page, it's very hard for me to navigate. And additionally, it's very... I'm not able to search homes from there as an agent, or sorry, as a consumer. So it's wonky looking. Every MLS is different, and it's also just bad for lead capture. So let's just say this is my listing. I got it on the Coldwell Banker site. I wish I had a $3 million listing. And then I'm going to go to my business page, and if you notice, let me go back real quick and slow down a second. I'm going to go up here to the very top. I'm going to copy the URL for the listing. I'm going to move back over to my business page, and I'm going to paste that link. And assuming you have a pretty good internet connection and it's the listing is all up to date, after we wait a second, the photo is going to come through of the listing, and then I'm going to write something up here. Now remember, if it's coming from your business page, all you got to do is, as long as it's on your page that you are a licensed realtor or your agents are licensed realtors, just share the information. New listing alert, beautiful luxury home, blah, 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 blah. All right, so I'm just going to post this on my page for an example in a second. So not now. So boom, I've posted it to my page. Step 2, while we're waiting for this to load, and I'm not going to go through each one of these get too in depth, but I'm going to go over a couple. Step 2 though is boost post. Actually boost that listing, again, or advertise it through Ads Manager. If I post my listing to my business page, that's great, but I've only got 71 likes on my page. So only those 71 people are going to see it unless, one of them shares it. So marketing your post, doing a boosted post or using Ads Manager, like Peter talked about last week, to get it out in front of an audience is very, very important. Number 3, I'm checking for questions quick. Number 3, and this is, number 3, post beautiful photos, exterior photos on Instagram. So the reason why that's different, I don't just say post to Facebook and Instagram, is that they need to be treated separately. Facebook and Instagram are separate platforms, and the second we start to group them together as, I'll do this post on Facebook and I'll do this post on Instagram, one of them is going to have a bad post, and most of the time it's going to be Instagram. So I want to take a look at this post that I just posted, right? This is what it looks like on Facebook. I've got the link up, the text up there, a photo, and the link. When I go to Instagram, this is actually the brand Coldwell Banker Corporate's Instagram account. And I want you just to first of all look at, firstly, how in-depth and how high-res these photos are. But secondly, how different, if I actually click on one, how much different the format is, especially on mobile versus Facebook, right? There's no links. You only get a little bit of text toward the top, right up here, and you get a big photo. So the photos, and Peter talked about this a lot last week too, in terms of what photos to use for your ad creative. Use a great exterior photo that is symmetrical, that is appealing, that draws your eyes to it. Looking at this home here, it's great. You've got the full the full property is from a nice angle. If you scroll through the Coldwell Banker corporate Instagram account, you'll see some beautiful photos. So post something separate to Instagram. This is the one that I was going to talk about a second ago. Make sure and this is one thing I think can be forgotten. Make sure your agents are sending links to their clients with their listing. It's a really simple, you take this link right here, and I'm just gonna get my email up and send a fake one real quick. I saw Andy Gasco was commenting, so I'm just gonna say, pretend Andy, you're the client. Of course, it's not autofilling your name now. I think it's under this, right? There we go. So I'm gonna say something like, check out your listing, and I'm just gonna say, hey Andy, just wanted to let you know your listing is live on coldwellbanker.com and all the other listing sites. I provided a link below in case you want to share on your Facebook. And then let me know if you have any questions. And boom, I just put that link right there. Now, they might not do this, right? They might not share the link, and that's totally fine, and that's why you word it like this. I provided a link in case you want to take a look and share on your Facebook page, right? So if they want to do it, great. If they don't want to do it, then they'll ignore it. That's not a problem either way. But I will say is I actually see a lot of clients, and I don't even mean from our agents, but family friends who are selling and people that I know, that when they're selling their home, they want to share that on Facebook, but they'll use links like Zillow or Realtor.com. So by having our agents provide the listing link to our to our clients, first of all, we're controlling the branding because it'll be from Coldwell Banker. But secondly, it's good for the agent because if I as an agent share with my clients my listing link, my information is going to be on there. So make sure, and this is just a nice fun tip, make sure your agents are sharing the listings with their clients when they go live. I'm going to go over just a couple other ones pretty quickly here. Video walkthrough, I call that a necessary. Whether it's a Facebook Live, whether it's just a recorded walkthrough or a nice professional one, give somebody a sense of the home. It really does speak so much more, but also differently than high-res photos do. And then finally, the last two in this section, posts for open houses when you have those, and then unique posts every week on Facebook and Instagram. Meaning, I've seen some people post the same link for their listing week after week after week if it doesn't sell, or every 3 or 4 days. Maybe on Monday you share a link to the listing like we talked about, like this, but then maybe on the next Monday you find one of the beautiful, you find a photo of the kitchen here, and then you go and you just post this photo and say, my most recent listing has the kitchen of your dreams. It's got 2 stoves, a fireplace, blah 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 blah. If you're interested in seeing more, give me a call or send me a message. So what you're doing is you're still having your agents market the same property, but you're doing it in different ways that appeal to people differently. So maybe I click on, I see this and I go, I'm not really interested. I can't really see the house that well. But then the next week I see this kitchen. Oh my gosh, now I'm interested. So make sure we're consistently posting our agents' listings and that we're doing it uniquely. And then finally, when the listing sells, do a sold photo. Whether that's I was led on to an agent yesterday who posted a photo of the home and said, when you're pending and you know it, clap your hands, which was cute and really nice. But do one with the clients instead. Sit there with and I know that people might think it's overdone, but I guarantee you it's not. Take a picture with your clients at the closing table. If you see your agents closing, just ask them, hey, do you want me to take a photo of you guys quick? Ask them, make sure they ask for a review. And then this is a big one too. Generate a little bit of a report to share with your clients. It doesn't need to be huge. It doesn't need to be this well thought out thing, but just again, send them a little note, say, hey, just so you guys know, over the course of the month that your listing was live, we finally, and again, if you guys have questions about this, please share them through. But finally at the end here, additional exposure, Instagram stories, Snapchat stories, Facebook stories, the things that disappear in 24 hours. I know that people might think they're silly because they disappear in 24 hours, but they have over 250 million daily users, I believe, is the stat from Facebook in regards to Instagram stories. So post some behind the scenes stuff if your agents use Instagram. Share in community groups, Holland Informed or Southern Florida communities, whatever those community groups are. Most cities or towns or areas have them. If they allow, follow the group rules, because some don't allow real estate, but if they allow, post them there. And then this is a huge one. This is what I'm going to end on. If your agent, and this goes for our office pages too, very seriously, if anyone ever comments on something, asks a question, inquires about something, or just makes a comment about a listing, make sure your agents are responding to those comments. Make sure they are engaging. Even if it's just someone that says, oh my gosh, this kitchen is amazing, just coming back saying, right, I love it, with a little heart emoji, that shows engagement. That shows that somebody that cares enough to say something. So make sure your clients or your agents are engaging with comments on Facebook. So I'm going to wait for a couple questions real quick. So some of this can be done with Listings to Leads and ListHub, right? Yes, Daniela, ListHub can generate the reports, absolutely. ListHub would generate the reports about the listing, where the listings are going out to, but they would not do necessarily a Facebook campaign. So if I ran a boosted post from my office page or from my from my business page, ListHub would not have anything to do with that. Listings to Leads can help obviously with landing pages. They can help with doing a couple other sort of lead gen based things. So yes, they're all sort of tools that pile into the same cup of tea, the same stew. I don't know. I don't have a good analogy right now. I'm a little out of it. So real quick, while I wait for a couple more questions to come in, just as a reminder, when you go to Schmidt Resources, you click on your region. We'll go to Ohio right now. Click on your region. And then under this video and social media tab right here, it should be the first tab in the second row, my ugly mug. You click on that and the most recent square. So you got a listing checklist. You can download this from here. You can send it out to your agents. I would strongly encourage you or your manager to bring this up in a sales meeting because it's very valuable information and it can help agents stay organized. Okay? Last thing while we're wrapping up, and I'm going to try to make this super quick, there's going to be a video going on at noon today on the Facebook pages, Facebook groups, and through email to all of our agents talking about a new phone scam that we have seen. That actually, the first time I heard of it was in Florida, but it's actually happened across 2 or 3 different regions now. Basically, the scam involves our agents getting a text from who they claim to be the manager. It says, hey JD, it's Bernie. Can you go down to the store and pick up some $100 Visa gift cards for my clients? I'll pay you back. If somebody were to go through with it, they would go buy the gift cards and then or something like that. And then the person on the other end would say, all right, can you text me the numbers and codes so I can give them to them? We would text them the numbers and codes, and though they just made $300-400 and we're out of luck. So it is false. It is obviously not legitimate. So be on the lookout if your agents ever say anything about that. This is another video, and this video goes more into depth over how they do it, why it's so hard to prevent, and what they can do to stop it or to be vigilant. The main thing is if an agent ever gets any sort of suspicious text or email from your manager, from Ken, Mike, or Tom, from a fellow agent, or from anybody, have them call them. if Bernie emails me or texts me and says, "Hey JD, can you go pick up $500 worth of gift cards?" I'm going to call him and say, "Hey man, you really want me to go pick up $500?" He's like, "What are you talking about?" Right? Have them take that step. It really is that simple. Talk to them directly. And so this video will be coming out at noon today. It is on our YouTube channel, as you can see. It will be in the Facebook groups, and it will be an email. It's only 94 seconds. It's short and sweet. I would implore you to share this at a sales meeting too. And technically, now you've got 2 pieces of content for your next office meeting. Share this one this coming week. Share the other thing the week after. So the social media listings flyer. So please be on the lookout for this video. If you or your agents have other security type questions, obviously you can reach out and let me know. But this will be coming out, and it is very important to take a look at. Is there a CBS form for clients to sign up for us to post? No, Sam, there's not. We'll talk about that. You can email me about that if you have questions. Every office does it a bit differently, and because of that, there is not that sort of form. So if you have more questions, let me know. So. That's it. We're already a minute or 2 over. Thank you guys for being here. As always, if you have any questions, reach out. But I hope you have a great rest of the week. And hey, like I said, don't forget to check out that song on iTunes or Spotify or something. It seems to be pretty good. All right, guys, have a good one.